I was a pretty train wreck some days. Some days I wasn't so pretty. But what I've learned, and I've especially over the last few months, is my mouth was not nice. Ooh, yeah.
Do you, as part of your recovery, like, and did someone say go back and watch all the episodes? Like, I mean, can you watch them? Do you cringe?
They
I
tell
mean,
me
not
never to watch it again.
really.
They tell me never to watch it again because there's times that I hear clips and I get sick. Literally, I get like knots in my stomach, and I'm like, especially when I was medicated. That right there makes me want to medicate again. And that is not good. And I would never do that to myself. Like, I've come way too far to go back to the girl that has to medicate herself from her medication. You know what I mean? Like, to that the whole Vegas itself, that was a that was a really sad time in my life. A really sad time. Almost something bad could have really happened to me. Um, uh, yeah, people weren't very educated around me on how to take care of a person. Like, I was on Xanax, cocaine. You know what I mean? I'm not a drinker. I don't like alcohol. Never did. I grew up just being blunt and being me. Cocaine and champagne, and it was just partying. It wasn't using. It was partying. And then after I was sexually assaulted as an adult at 37 years old by a predator in a hospital, the doctors prescribed me like Xanax because I lost it. I lost it. My whole family was in jail. I had nobody to protect me. And I lost my mind because it was something that I feared from a very young age. And then it happened to me at 37. So I didn't start even taking, I never took a pill until I was in my late, almost 40 years old. And once I did that and the doctors medicated me, I was like, oh, this is the relief. Oh, okay, I like this relief. Until it wasn't relieving, I was gone. Like, I was so, I don't think, like, I was prescribed a very high dosage for a person that never took a pill. And they made the mistake right there. But they made that mistake, I guess, in ways. My father's doctors just shut her up, medicate her. That's horrible that people do that to people. You know what I mean? Like, instead of saying, let her work through this, or, let's medicate her a little bit to take the edge off, they wanted me to be completely unable to think. Um, no, I can't say that because then I would have to hold them fully responsible and say that they knew exactly what they were doing. I'd love to believe that nobody would ever do that to another human, but I think they didn't know what to do with me. It was a whole bunch of emotion. Something was taken from me. Something was taken from me. That, like, and as a woman, that's not supposed to be taken. It's supposed to be given at the right time in your life. So to have somebody take that away from me and being out here alone and a single mom, that put me over the edge. And then to watch that play out on Mob Wives, because again, you don't know why me and Carla had the fight. You don't know the backstory behind it. We were fighting. Her boyfriend was very disrespectful with. It's not her boyfriend by any means. He with his hands. It sent me. I had to go back to therapy. I was doing really well, and that triggered my trauma, which that was it. Like, it started in the beginning of Mob Wives, the trauma.
And you had like really dark days that you thought maybe you would take things, like take your own life.
No, 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 no. So suicide is not. I'm Catholic, so to me, you can't go to heaven. So suicide wasn't something like I said. Okay, today I'm going to kill myself. You know what I mean? I might have said it, but I never meant, like, you know what I mean. Everybody said I'm gonna kill myself when your kids are running after you. It wasn't something like I'm going to commit suicide. No, absolutely not. But I didn't care if I lived. So that's the very scary line, and that's where I actually crossed. And there's a couple of D's in my story, and it's sad. It's sad, but now I'm doing another TV show. that that one is called My Fairy Mob Mother, and that one I get to help people. I get to makes me emotional. I get to do what someone did to me, and treatment, and help people find jobs, and help people just turn their life around. And
what was
yeah, I
like,
probably let the cat out of the bag before I was supposed to just now,
I was just gonna say,
before
like,
everything was completely signed.
where is My Fairy
Yeah.
Mob Mother? Like, is that what do we know a
Okay.
network? Like, what's tell me about this?
No,
Now you've gone
that's
silent
going to
again.
all
Oh, there
be
you are.
taken care of now as we speak. We're setting up schedules and stuff like that. But this is something I came up with years ago. Like people would always be like, "Oh my God, my godmother! I'm your mob mother, like your fairy mob mother." So I'm like, wait a second, I can make things happen. I can make things happen. Let me make things happen that are good for people. So being in treatment and meeting all these people that owned all these treatment centers, I'm like, I want to save somebody's life. Somebody saved mine. Many people saved mine, not just one. And I didn't go to treatment just one time. I went to treatment a bunch of times. But I want to give somebody that opportunity to clear their head. Now, you have to want to save yourself, and I know that because I didn't want to. So that's why I went kicking and screaming with a smile. I was kicking and screaming on the inside. I put myself in treatment. I put myself in treatment. Like the first time my sister suggested it, and after that, I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. And then my son was like, if you don't go, I'm not speaking to you. And then at the very end, the last couple times, I knew I had no choice but to go.
What I mean, I know
And
you
I
had
didn't want
the
I
what was it though? Because like I know you had the DUI, like where you crashed your car. Like, what was that the final straw? Like, what was that
okay.
moment?
So I can actually send you that paperwork that I was never charged, and there is no DUI.
Oh,
There
sorry.
is no DUI. They that no 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 no. They just that just ended maybe a couple of months ago. I just got all the paperwork back from the DA. I was never charged with a DUI. What happened was I was driving into Staten Island. I was coming around a bend. I was going somewhere where I wasn't going to be okay. I didn't get there yet. So there was no DUI, and I can tell you that. My Adderall was in the car. I'm prescribed Adderall. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
prescribed a very small dosage of it, very small dosage of it, which actually helped me come off all of the other medication that they had me on. So all those antidepressants, all those other drugs they had me on, that Adderall actually helped me clear my head. I don't take it today. I don't take anything right now. Um, which I don't know how long that's gonna last because 4 grandkids,